Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. My name is Kat. I do motherhood, family, baby related content. If you are new here, I'm very happy to have you. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. On today's video, I thought it would be fun to re-watch a video that I recorded while I was still pregnant of me packing my hospital bag and showing you what's in there. And when I recorded that video, I even mentioned that one thing that I wanted to do would be later on react to that video and let you know what I actually used or not. It's funny because I ended up not using, I would say, 90% of the things that I packed. So I'm gonna watch that video here with you and I'm gonna let you know what I used for my birth in a hospital in the UK. And like I said on that video, obviously the things you are taking will be different depending on where in the world you are, which kind of delivery you are expecting, i.e. hospital, birth and labor centers, home deliveries, and then obviously if you have a planned C-section or not. I didn't. My baby is now 4 months old, so it's been a while since I've been to the hospital, but I still want to do this video and I want to do it sooner rather than later because I don't want to start forgetting the things, because I also think this video might be helpful for myself in the future when I'm having more babies. Then I can just have a look at this video and see, oh yeah, I didn't use that, no point in taking it. So without further ado, let's get started. We now have a special guest with us because he was fussing downstairs, so he's gonna be here while I react to the video. I'm gonna put it here on the screen next to me and we will chit chat as we go. I took these 3 bags and that was definitely not needed. I didn't use most of the things. In future, I think I'm only going to take 1 big suitcase. They do say to separate mom's things from baby's things, but I don't really think that was needed because, like I said, I didn't use a lot of things. But if I were to take 2 bags, it would be just one for me, one for the baby, and the one of leaving things in the car would be nice, but it wasn't needed, at least this time. So slippers, I didn't use them at all. I was just in my flip-flops the whole time. Whenever I needed to get up, I just used flip-flops. Which were there, and so those I used. And the laundry bag I did use. Plastic bags, no, I didn't have anything majorly dirty, so I just put everything inside the laundry bag, but I still think that plastic bags are a good idea to take. The word search I didn't use at all, even though I had quite a long labor and we were in there for like 12 hours just waiting for him to be born. We were just chit-chatting the whole time, so I didn't use this, I didn't use my headphones, I didn't use anything. Josh had this gaming console and played for maybe like, I don't know, 20 minute stops. So entertainment in general, we just had fun chit-chatting to each other. Lip balm, yes, I used it, but not that much that it needed to be that accessible. But yes, I used glasses. I think so. I think that after he was born, I went to have a shower, and I think that afterwards I took my contacts off to have a little sleep, but I'm not even 100% sure if I did or not. Then all these things, like these cooling pads, a little shower for down there, I didn't use any of that. Nipple cream, I didn't use it either, and bra pads, didn't use it either. I mean, I used these things later when we were home, but we were in the hospital for only a day, and when we were there, I didn't need any of those things. Makeup remover, I didn't use it because I ended up not having makeup on the day when I went there. Shower gel, yes, I used, and I didn't wash my hair or anything, so shower gel was the only thing that I took and the only thing that I used. Toothbrush and toothpaste, yes, I used as well after I showered. I used this system where I packed everything in these clear Ziploc bags and I labeled them, and that was very handy. It helped keeping the bag organized, especially because when we were moved to the ward, one of those shared rooms, there was not a lot of space to have the bag, so everything got messy really quickly. And I think that the fact that my things were pre-separated did help to manage the mess a little bit. These disposable underwear paddies for adults, I didn't use them. I used some of the other ones that I have in one of the other bags, but I used one and it turned out that with labor my legs were so swollen at the end that they didn't really fit me, so I put ones on and they were so tight that I ended up using just underwear and maternity pads, which are here as well. Labor clothes, I didn't use them at all because they did give me one of those hospital gowns after all, so that's what I labored in. And pajamas I put on after I showered. After he was born, I used 1 set of pajamas, just a dress. This bag had normal underwear and daily pads and everything like that. I didn't use anything from here. All I took was a pair of socks for the day when we went home. That's all I used from this bag. The going home clothes, I used that t-shirt that I just showed you, and what did I have at the bottom? Oh, I had some very loose sweatpants. That's what I used. And then I had a warmer shirt in there just in case it was cold. But I feel like with all the hormones going on, obviously maybe if you give birth in the middle of the winter you need something warm, but it was early September when he was born, so I just used the t-shirt and the trousers to go home. These were extra pajamas. Like I said, I only used one set, and I think I took a nightgown, no, 2 nightgowns. One of them I had for the labor clothes and the other one was in this bag, so I only used one nightgown. And I had as well a set of trousers and t-shirt, which I didn't use. Disposable underwear, again, these didn't fit me after he was born because my legs were so swollen, so I didn't use them at all. I had another pack at home, didn't use them at all, ever. I ended up only using like the granny pants, big black panties, and massive postpartum pads. That's what I preferred and that's what I used the entire time. So here are the other disposable adult nappies that I mentioned that I used, those pink ones. Didn't fit me, and then at the bottom the white bits are the disposable pads that I did use. Lucozade. So I took these because I saw online that it was a good idea to take these because they have electrolytes, so it's good to drink them while you are in labor because it helps keeping your hydration and energy up. But because I had an epidural, I was told that I wasn't allowed to eat or drink anything, just water. So I had 4 of them in there. And I think Josh had one at some point because he was thirsty. And I might have had one as well when we were in the ward after he was born. But during labor, which was the main goal of that, I didn't use it. And the snacks, yes, this was a ridiculous amount of snacks. I didn't go through them all while we were in the hospital, but I did eat some and it's good to have snacks. Oh, and I think that at the bottom there was a towel. I didn't use it. They had their own towel, so I just used their own. And I took this pillow, and yes, I did use this one during labor and when we moved to the ward, because the pillows they give at the hospital, at least here, they are very small, and I like a soft cushion pillow, so I did take this, and I had it with me the whole day. Now, this was baby's bag, and oh my god, I was shocked with the amount of things that I didn't use from his bag. Starting with this changing pad, I didn't use it at all. We were changing him either inside his bassinet or on top of my bed, and it was one of those things. If it gets dirty, we would just call someone and ask for them to change. We had this roll of poo bags in case we needed to put smelly nappies, but again, even if they were smelly, we just put them in the bin they had for that, and that was it. And then in the lid, I also had a pack of wipes and nappies, and those obviously we used, but I think we only used 2 or maybe 3 tops nappies for him. I had a few on the lid, and I had an entire pack inside the bag. And like I said, we used 3. There was 2 blankets in there, we only used 1. Took a sleeping sack and a swaddle. We didn't use any of that while we were in the hospital. We just used the blanket. And then at home, we never used that swaddle either. He didn't like them, and I found that it was quite small, even though he was a small baby. Those swaddles were tiny. The sleeping sacks, yes, we did use them at home, but not in the hospital. So then the vests and the clothes, he barely used anything. So for starters, I had a bag that was the going home outfit, and I decided to use that as his first outfit instead of going home, because I even mentioned here on the video that what do? Do you change the baby just before he goes home? What about if he's asleep, right? So I just used that as his first outfit. And there was a vest and some trousers, but then they told us to put a onesie on top as well, which nowadays for me onesies are pajamas. But it's funny when I think back, because obviously I didn't know anything about what I was doing, but they told us to put a onesie on top, so we did. We just took a random onesie out of the back. And in retrospect, it was a crappy onesie. It was huge on him. It was one of the biggest ones we had. I didn't realize that at the time. Even though it was a newborn size, it was just a big newborn size. And it was just plain grey, nothing special about it. I could have picked something nicer because obviously there was a lot of pictures. But then I had a bunch of vests, like 6 I think I had in there. Only used 1, but not even from that bag, from the going home outfit one that I used. And then I had the onesies, the pajamas. I had 3 or something, I don't remember anymore. But I had some newborn sizes and some 0 to 3. And 0 to 3 sizes were huge. He was in newborn size clothes until he was like 2.5 months. So I didn't use any of that. And the pajamas that I had on the other one, the newborns, like I said, I only used 1. And then I had like bibs and hats. I didn't use any bibs. We used 1 hat. Well, technically we used 2 because the first one was quite small, so we ended up swapping for something else. But that was it. No bibs, no socks, nothing. Like, just keep it very simple. No mittens either, nothing. Then these were the things that I had extra in the car. This bag stayed in the car, so it had more bibs, more vests, more onesies. Didn't use a single thing from this bag. Oh, and the muslin cloths, I had some in both bags. I don't remember if we used any, but if we did, we used 1. We now use 1 or 2 a day currently, but in the hospital, if we used any, it was just 1. Obviously, I know that it depends on the baby, and I know that some babies are sick a lot when they're first born and they go through a lot of clothes. But with this one, he was very chill. We barely used anything. We were also only in the hospital for 12 hours after he was born, and then we got discharged straight home in the evening. I don't know, I overpacked a lot. When I was recording this video, I mentioned I didn't think I was overpacking, because I knew I was taking extra things, but I wouldn't consider it overpacking. I would just consider it being on the safe side. But then considering that he literally used one outfit and I had like 10, that was a severe overpacking. So if I was having another baby, would I take as many clothes as I did? Probably not, but I would also not just take 3 nappies and 1 outfit, because that's what I used with this one, but you never know what other babies are gonna need. So I would still take more than what I used, but probably not as much as here. Either way, I hope you found this video interesting and helpful if you are preparing your hospital bag for a baby in the UK, especially if it's your first baby. I found back then that it was a bit intimidating because I wasn't sure at all what I was gonna need, so I kind of just took a little bit of everything. So I hope that sharing my experience and what I needed helped you somehow. Leave me a comment down below if you did, and let me know if you are expecting your baby or how do you find my channel, and I'll see you here on the channel very soon for another video. Bye! Yay!